Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, my dear students. And our today's topic is market segmentation. So, first of all, I will tell you that what is a market segment. Segment means part, and market segment is a subgroup of a whole market in which consumers have similar characteristics. And what is market segmentation? Segmentation is a marketing strategy which involves dividing a broad target market into subset of consumers, businesses or countries who have common needs, interests and priorities, and then designing and implementing strategies to target them. Yes, so we can say that market segmentation basically divides the market into the groups that are having similar characteristics. Just like we can take the example of the sport shoes. So, if we are selling the shoes, if we are making shoes and we are not differentiating the designs, then definitely no one is going to buy our product because in today's world there is a lot of competition. But if we are making shoes separate for the sportsmen, separate for the females, for the teenagers, for the old age people, for the men, for the teenage boys and teenage girls. So it means we have divided our product into different segments and we are making the product according to that segment. Because as I told you that segment is having a similar characteristic. So just like if we talk about the females, if we are making shoes for them, so they would like to purchase the shoes which are very colorful, which have some bright colors. But on the other hand, if we are making shoes for the sportsmen, then definitely the criteria or the features that they want into product are different than the females. But they all will have the similar characteristics. So the shoes that we will make for the sportsmen, they would be different. So that is the reason that we make segments of our product and we make market segmentation. We divide our market into different subgroups and we make the product according to their characteristics and their demands. So why market segmentation is important? To develop the marketing activities, to increase the marketing effectiveness, because by making market segments we can clearly identify the needs of the consumers, then understanding customers and generate greater customer satisfaction, because when we are making a product exactly according to their specification, then definitely the customers would be more satisfied. And design a marketing mix that precisely matches the expectations of customers in the targeted segment. So as we will see that we can divide the market on the basis of income as well. So it can expect it can match the expectations of the customers, and then adjustment of product to the market need. We make our product just according to the need of the market and to overcome competition effectively and to contribute towards achieving company goals, because market segmentation is going to increase our sales and our market share and our revenues and profits. So now let's see that how we can make market segmentation. How many ways are there to divide the market into segments? So we have three ways. Demographic segmentation, which is on the basis of age, gender, income, marital status. Then we can divide the market into segments on some psychographic basis, just like their lifestyle, their social class, their personality and values. And the last method to divide the market into segments could be the geographic segmentation, like local, regional, national, or international. And now we will discuss them in detail. So, first of all, the first basis is the demographic segmentation. In demographic segmentation, the market is divided into groups on the basis of variables such as religion, community, language, age, stage in the family life cycle, gender, marital status, family size, occupation, income, educational level, and social status of the consumer. So, as we can see here, that the religion of people in a country, in an economy, is different. So, the purchasing of the people is definitely different because the Muslims, they don't buy pork or alcohol, while the Christians, they do buy. At the same time, when there is difference in age, so the purchasing priorities are different. Like when we are in teenage or when we are the babies, so we prefer to buy sweets, candies, chocolates. But in the old age, we prefer to buy the healthy food. Then the stage in the family life cycle, that um at which stage we are, definitely our priorities are different at different stages. Then gender also create differences, just like the females, they have different taste, different fashions, and their choices in clothing, in shoes, and in jewelry, and in so many other things, they are different than the men. Then marital status, like the single people, their spending pattern is different, while the people who are having family, their spending pattern is different. And family size also affects because usually in the poor countries, the family size is different than the developed economies. And our occupation, our income also affects our spending pattern. If we are uh, earning high income, then definitely we will prefer to buy more goods, and we will prefer to buy the goods which are having good quality and which have some brand name. But if we don't earn that much, then definitely our priorities would be different. Then educational level also affects our spending patterns, and the social status also changes the patterns of spending of the consumer. So when all the economy is having so much different people which are having different choices in their spending pattern, so that is why the firms, they must make their segments, they must make products according to the uh, changes uh, pattern of, and change different taste of their consumers. And we can see that in UK, different socio-economic groups have been made on the basis of their income, just like they have categorized their economy into different people, into different classes. So the first uh, type of people are upper middle class, and they're the people who have the higher managerial status, who have the administrative post, and they are the professionals, just like the doctors and the lawyers. And the next class is middle class, that belongs to managerial staff, and it includes professions just like teachers. And then comes the lower middle class, they are basically the supervisory and the clerical or the junior managerial staff. Then comes the skilled manual workers, and then the working class, which is semi or unskilled manual workers, and at the end, there are casual or part time workers or the unemployed people. So they have divided their economy on the basis of socio-economic groups, and definitely they are going to make the products by keeping in mind all these levels of the economy. So here different variables are given, just like on the basis of age we can divide the market into babies, kids, then teen, then the youth, then the working people of age 30 and above, and then the senior citizens. And the example could be that marketing company engaged in ready-made garments should opt for age group distribution of population for the purpose of market segmentation, like they should make the clothes according to their taste, according to their fashions. Okay, and on the basis of gender, as this company has made different motorbike for the women and different for the men, and on the basis of income, different type of electronics is available according to the income level of different people. Okay, now here comes the geographic segmentation. Definitely it would be on the basis of the area, that geographically markets can be segmented on the basis of climate zone, region, countries, nations, states, districts, and urban or rural area. And the climate could be different, like it could be temperate, hot, humid, or rainy. So these are the things that will affect on the businesses, and the businesses they will make the products according to that area. Just like the areas where there is cold, so there is no concept of air conditioner, and there is no concept of cold drinks or summer clothes, but they use the winter clothes, they use the leather jackets, the spending or the purchase of uh, tea and coffee is more in that areas. And on the other hand, the areas that are very hot, so summer clothes are more famous there, and the type of shoes that the people wear are different in those areas. So we can divide the market on the basis of area as well. And even we can say that on the basis of area the culture is different in different regions. So in certain countries or in certain area, few type of products are considered illegal, but in some countries it is legal to sell something. So it means we can divide our market on the basis of area as well. As we can see here that there are different regions, like this is metro area, which is the most developed, then the urban areas, then suburban areas, and then the rural areas. So the businesses will offer different type of things in these areas. As you can see that if a business is going to open a KFC branch or McDonald's, so definitely they will not choose a location here in the rural area, because they are not going to have the potential buyers in that area. And similarly even not for the suburban areas, but they will prefer to choose the location for uh, such a restaurant uh, in a metro area, because there would be more potential buyers. Okay, and the next uh, segmentation could be on the basis of the psychographic factors. The market can be segmented on the basis of psychological elements like psyche and personality traits like self concepts, lifestyles, attitudes, and value system. And these are to do with differences between people's lifestyles, personalities, values, and attitudes. And many of them can be influenced by the individual social class too. So, because the middle class, their attitude is different in certain things, like about the education of their children, and the attitude towards the ethical business is different for different people, and the lifestyle is different uh, for different things, and the personality characteristics are difficult to measure or define, but they do influence consumption decisions. One would expect an aggressive person to have different purchasing pattern from a timid person. So we can say that on the basis of the psyche and on the basis of the personality, their values, their attitudes, the spending pattern is different. So we must make the products according to the psychography as well, to their psyche as well. So it facilitates grouping of consumers in such a manner that group shares a common buying behavior and attitude. It is a learned tendency to respond towards a product range from enthusiastic, positive, indifferent, and negative, hostile. So here you can see that how the market has been divided on the psychographic basis. On the basis of the lifestyle, it takes into account different dimensions of consumers, such as their activities, interest, opinions, and their spending. For example, the watches and the cafe. So the people that are belonging to different socio-economic group, so their perception about different brands and different products is different. So some of them, they would like to, if they are the educated one or they are very conscious one, so they would like to buy the goods only from the brands that are social responsible, that are not using child labor, and that are fulfilling all the legal requirements, and they will not like to buy the good which is not following all these. So it depends on the psyche of the customers, that how they behave. Okay, now here are some advantages of dividing the market into different segments. So the first one is that businesses can define their target market precisely and design and produce goods that are specifically aimed at these groups, leading to increased sales. So our sales are increased when we make special products for the special groups. Then it enables identification of gaps in the market and groups of consumers that are not currently being targeted, and these might then be successfully exploited. Just like when we were discussing the niche market. So suppose if we are making the product shoes for all the people, and we have divided the market uh, into different segments, like shoes for babies, shoes for teenagers, for the females, for the men, for the office, for the schools, school going kids, and casual shoes and functional shoes. So at the same time, we can make the shoes for the disabled one, or we can make the medicated shoes, which are the special shoes. So when we divide the market into segments, so it uh, they also introduce us with some groups in which no one else is making that product, so we can cover the market gap when we are dividing the market into segments. Another advantage is that differentiated marketing strategies can be focused on target market groups. This avoids wasting money on trying to sell products to the whole market. Some consumer groups will have no intention of buying the product. So it means we are making the product for the specific people. So we will target only those people and we will try to motivate them and convince them. So our marketing activities and marketing strategies will not be wasted, and they would be direct. Small firms unable to compete in the whole market are able to specialize in one or two market segments, just like the niche market. Like if there is a firm which is having less capital and they cannot provide the goods for all the segments, so they can make the product for a specific segment and they can enter into the market and they could sell that specific product successfully. Then price discrimination can be used to increase revenue and profits. So price discrimination can be used, just like we can see that there are we can take the example of different mobile phones or different automobiles, that different type of products are made. uh, like there are mobile phones that are very expensive one, but there are the one which can be purchased by the people having low income. So these are the advantages of the market segmentation, that they increase our sales and our revenue and our profits. But there are some limitations as well of segmenting the market. What is it? What are they? Research and development and production cost might be high as a result of marketing several different product variations. So when we are making a product which is homogeneous and through mass marketing, so there would be just same strategy, just like, and that strategy is called pan global marketing. Like when we are selling a product, similar product throughout the world, so that is pan global marketing. But when we are selling a product different in Asia and different in Europe, so we have to make two strategies now on the basis of the area. So it will increase the cost of marketing for us, and this is called pan European marketing and pan Asian marketing. So we can say that research and development cost is going to increase when we are making the segments of our market. Then promotional cost might be high as different advertisement and promotions might be needed for different segments, and marketing economies of scale may not be fully exploited. Like we are making different things, so different purchase would be there, different marketing strategy would be there, different prices must be set, so we will not achieve economies of scale. Then production and stock holding cost might be higher than for the option of just producing and stocking one undifferentiated product. So we have to buy more material, we need more space to store that their inventory. And by focusing on one or two limited market segments, there is a danger that excessive specialization could lead to problems if consumers in those segments change their purchasing habits significantly. Like if we are making a product, definitely we are buying the material, we are buying the machinery, we are hiring the workers, special workers for making that product or that segment. But if the taste and habit and the fashion changes, so that is going to increase the cost for our business, so that all resources would be of no use for us now. And then extensive market research is needed if we really need to make our products profitable. Otherwise, and we must make the proper segmentation, we must make the proper marketing mix for uh, the successful sale of such type of products. Okay, this was all about the market segmentation, and I hope that you are clear about the concept of the market segmentation. And if you have any question, you can ask from me.